Late blitz coming. Burrow finds his man, and Shemar Chase is going to coast into the end zone.
Though I don't expect the defense to be shut down or elite, I just ask that they let Joe and Chase compete. You try to show Shemar how to get QBs right, but then we look like crap. I don't buy that you are aging or that your best days are gone. I just see the man who finished number 1 in sacks on a defense that had no other guy. So Mike Brown, why? I can't watch this defense play without you. I can't watch anymore. I can't watch this defense play without you. I can't watch anymore. Welcome to the number 1 Bengals podcast.
Yeah,
I'm your host, Dr. McTook. I'm joined as always by Dr. Roger Smoji, and
that's right.
we don't have John the Brain Sheeran,
Nor will we.
but we have a significant upgrade in terms of the appearance of this show,
Yeah.
as we have used your Patreon
Your money. Your hard-earned money.
to get these upgrades with the StreamYard.
And just so everybody knows, we are spelling upgrade on the show UPGRAY.
Yes. Yes. Now, Dr. Hoji, Cincinnati Bengals had a preseason game, a fun game, and Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase looked amazing, obviously.
Yeah.
Offense looked very, very good.
Offensive line looked good.
Offensive line looked not bad, yes. But there were some issues.
The defense looked crap.
Defense looked bad, yeah.
The defense looked crap, and let's face it, it can't look good with the lineup we have. It's a talent deficit issue.
Right. I mean, you look at this play, and this is a first-time draft pick a couple of years ago in Miles Murphy. And watch how he just gets blown off the line here. Not good. That is a big hole. And that was kind of the kind of the ugliest play of the game for the defense. Everybody was like, oh, this defense in trouble. We need Trey Hendrickson back. We need him right now. And that was not good. So, Dr. Roji, you have seen what this defense looked like last year. It was terrible. Without Trey Hendrickson, people are saying that they're going to have no pass rush in addition to all the holes in the secondary and the linebackers and all that. How worried are you right now about this defense?
Well, worried is a really interesting term to use because there's a stage beyond worry, which is because there's stages of grief.
Yeah.
And I'm at acceptance. I have accepted that this defense is going to suck.
Right.
Yeah. And here's the thing. When Mike Brown and the Cincinnati Bengals decided they were not going to pay Trey, they weren't going to give in to his demands.
Yeah.
I think that to me personally, it's very much akin to when they wouldn't pay our offensive line back, back in the day.
Right.
You remember that?
Andrew Whitworth.
And Zimmer.
Zimmer, yeah.
Yeah. Zeitler and Whitworth. Do you remember that? And it was the same story. It's all. Listen. I'm gonna say something that's very obvious to a lot of you, but you need to hear it. Okay. The running a football team is like juggling. It's about all the balls in the air. You can't just say, "Oh, I am trying to juggle 4 balls and I'm doing it successfully with 3." When you mess up in any of the balls, they all come falling down.
Right.
And this team, without the proper defensive line, and without the proper, lineup, it just can't win. Not in today's NFL.
It's a lot of balls. So
how are you going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs? How are you going to even beat the Cleveland Browns? Have you seen Shemar Sanders?
Well, I was going to bring that up because you have always said, look, we need a good backup QB. We need a good backup QB. And a couple of days after Jake Browning had maybe his worst game.
We say QB coaches, we say the QB is the heart of the team, the backup QB is the pancreas.
That is fascinating. Because I did not know that, but only this is why we have Dr. J on the show.
No, people don't know that.
This was Jake Browning, one of his bad plays. He had many.
A lot of time tonight. Trying to set up a screen. Another flag. Look out! This goes back the other way.
And Daddy, looking at that play, I think anybody would agree that's not a lack of physical ability. It's just sheer stupidity. I mean, that's just a crap move by someone who cannot and should not be able to play in a playoff game. And that's what we're going to need them to do if, God forbid, something happens to Joe Burrow and you make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So we did get Desmond Ridder, who used to play for the University of Cincinnati. And he had...
What does that mean to me? Who cares what he played for the University of Cincinnati? No offense to Cincinnati fans.
Right.
Give me someone good.
So
he was on Three's Company. Who cares?
No. That, first of all, was John Ritter, who is dead. Long time ago he died.
Okay, his son, his chubby son.
His son is also an actor, and that is not him either.
Okay.
But look, Ritter looked okay, and a lot of people are saying Browning could be done. That's one topic. But you have pointed out Shedeur Sanders has actually looked good.
Great.
And you called it. You were like, why is
calm,
this kid
composed?
not going? Yeah. And this is honestly why
I said, why is this kid not going what? What did I say?
You said, why is he not going in the first round?
First round.
And then he goes on the Browns. They drafted like 6 other QBs. It's like, what are you doing? Just give this kid a chance. And he was not getting first team reps, but somehow he became the starter. Very impressive.
He's a good QB. He has football intelligence. He's quick on his feet, and he's got a great arm. He's got all the makings of a great quarterback. I don't know why everybody passed up on him. I think they just were trying to avoid his dad.
Maybe. Here's the clip of Desmond Ridder, by the way.
Organization has any doubt at all that if he has to play, he will play very, very well.
That ball thrown way up top by Desmond Ridder.
Almost picked off.
Well, I thought it was pretty nice. He got some good air on it,
Well, who cares?
That is our future backup QB. But here's the thing. Look, good news. You talked about the problems on defense. But did you know that we also drafted a guy who plays guard, Dylan the Pickle Fairchild, and he looked really, really good. Really good. So, as you can see on this play, where I'm circling him on each play, and you see he's fighting that guy, pushing that guy. Here he comes again, pushes that guy, and then he's looking for another guy. He's always looking for guys.
He's always looking for someone to push.
Always looking, and then, but you see how he quickly snaps his head left? See that?
Yeah.
If there was another guy there, he would have pushed him too. See how he runs and he pushes and he's very heavy set. But see, so very impressed with the Pickle Fairchild.
I like this kid.
I like him.
He's got a future.
He's got the future on the Bengals. He could be a starter this year. That's how bad the offensive line is.
I don't have a bad feeling about the offensive line. I think the offensive line is good to go.
Yeah.
I think it's been worked on the past few years. This is not one of those balls that I think will be dropped. I think it's the defense this year. Yeah. And I will say that to fire your defensive coordinator, to me, in this scenario when it's a talent deficit issue, was a cheap blame avoidance move. It was a buck passing move. It was saying, look, the problem might be the defensive coordinator, to raise hopes that we bring somebody new who now has to learn everything all over again with insufficient talent is somehow going to make things better. No, that's not how it works. The problem is not in the coordinating. The problem is in the playing. And the problem was in the playing with Trey. So now imagine it without him. Like, he was the only guy doing anything.
But I was impressed with Shemar in the preseason.
Shemar's a baby. You might be impressed with the plays. He is not. This is not the year for Shemar.
Well, let's look at his clips. You see, he's constantly I think he had like 3 pressures, or he's getting to the running back very quickly. He's good. And look at him. He moves really nicely. He can jump. He can fly.
Yeah, he looks fine.
Yeah.
You got to understand how that do you know what he's going to be competing against?
He athletic.
You just watched.
Let me just tell you something.
You just watched the young man do well at the Chuck E. Cheese bowling alley.
No.
You think he can go up against Pro Bowlers?
I do. Because he is literally the most athletic that a human being can get. He got a 10.0 on his RAS.
No one cares. It doesn't. Football doesn't work like that. Okay.
I mean, he's been looking good. The problem is he doesn't know what to do. If you just tell him what to do.
The problem was, if he was great, he would have been great in college. He had no sacks.
He had 4 sacks.
He had 4 sacks.
Yeah. How many did you have?
How many did the number 1 sack artist have?
I don't. That is not relevant.
You
know that neither of us watch college football because we don't believe in it.
But it was a lot.
But what was that person's RAS? Not as much.
Yeah, whatever. Here's the problem. Yeah. The Bengals have created this narrative that all we need to do is to give Trey Hendrickson the money and everything.
Look, by the way,
right.
Matty has chimed in. Shemar Stewart did not sack, but he created sacks for his teammates.
No one cares.
Those are called sack assists. He is the Magic Johnson of pass rushers.
He said that, or you said that?
I'm just interpreting what Matty said. And read it right there.
Listen. I think he's a fine player. Shemar is okay. He's not the answer to your problems. You need 2 Trey Hendricksons is what this team really needs. We have 1 and we're not paying him.
True. That's true. We do. I would like to get Trey back. That's for sure.
Trey was the sack leader. It's true. Yeah. But one of the reasons why he was the sack leader was there wasn't a whole lot of other people on the team that could do it. So he would have split those with someone capable of doing a lot of sacks. You know,
I don't think so. I think he was just
having an active sacks life.
No. What happens is, it's like love. Sacks multiplies. When you have someone else who can sack, you get more sacks.
I know. It takes 2 to have sacks. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And we had 1 guy basically having sacks with himself.
That's true. And speaking of having sacks by yourself, we don't want to do this show by ourselves.
No.
We want to get John the Brain Sheeran back.
John the Brain. And we got to pay that man. That's why he never comes, because we never pay him.
Right. So if you just go to patreon.com/DH Sports, right there, you can support the show. You can get these songs that we played for you on the show for free.
And if you pay enough,
yeah,
there's going to be a reveal.
Right. I don't think we're ever going to get there.
How much do they have to win for the reveal?
I think we need like 50 patrons to get there, which is never going to happen. But the point is, you get the songs absolutely free, 100% free, no charge, no interest, no down payment, nothing, when you become a paid subscriber. And that is why a lot of people are doing that.
No, I don't think so. But yeah.
That is really all I have, Dr. Ismaji, because we are at our 15 minutes. So
why don't we highlight what's coming? What's coming up in the next week?
Well, they have another preseason game.
They have another preseason game, which, I mean, preseason games are cool and all.
Yeah.
There's some news in the news.
There is some news.
And it's that the Bengals are guaranteed to stay in Cincinnati, I think, now until 2036, I believe.
Really?
Yep. because they finally agreed on a Coliseum deal with the NFL, which was great news. So the Bengals are not leaving Cincinnati, though they never were gonna. That was what we call bluff.
Negotiation tactic.
Negotiation tactic, yeah. There's also some other news, which is about Joe Burrow, and that is Daddy-O.
Joe Burrow is healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
that's all you know?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the news.
That is always the best news that we can get on the show.
Yeah.
In addition to the fact that we have a podcast and you can go there and subscribe and leave a 5-star review.
And what comments should they put on the YouTube when they watch
On
the show?
the YouTube, they should put how concerned they are about the defense. Can the defense survive without the great Trey Hendrickson?
I honestly would like to know, can it survive with the great Trey Hendrickson? I don't think it can survive with.
And can the show survive without?
What were the flaws with the defense last year?
The flaws were that they didn't know how to tackle.
Right.
And they didn't know how to
Secondary wasn't
stop
great.
the pass. Yeah, they were giving up a lot of big plays.
Okay, let's
And
keep
they
going. There was more.
They didn't know what they're doing.
Right.
And they were not interested on being on the team.
And now, when you look at this year, not a lot
Right.
of that has changed.
I think it has. I think
Except
the
you
young
take out
guys
Trey.
got more attitude.
You add this first-round guy who doesn't know how to he doesn't know how to finish a sack,
Well,
and what do you got? You got nothing.
yeah. So I think
I will tell you this. I'll tell you this, and we can end the show on this.
right.
My horoscope.
Please.
If the Bengals listen to this, because this is like a prophecy. Okay, listen to what I'm about to say.
Yes.
If the Bengals win the first game of the season, they will make it to the playoffs and win a few playoffs games, and God knows how far they will go. If the Bengals lose the first game of the season, they will not make it to the playoffs. I'm calling it. So basically, I guarantee that.
That is important. And don't forget, we're going to have John the Brain Sheeran. He promised to be on the show for the season preview. Don't forget to check that out. That will be coming up very soon. For Dr. Hoji Electricus Moji, I am Daddy McDuke. We'll see you next time. So long, sweetie. Bye.